In the years following the Revolutionary War, the young United States faced an uncertain future. The promises of liberty and prosperity had given way to economic hardship for many, especially the farmers of rural Massachusetts. Burdened by debts, heavy taxation, and the threat of losing their land, these men, who had once fought for freedom, now found themselves on the brink of ruin. It was a crisis that would test the very fabric of the new nation. High taxes enforced by a state government struggling to pay off war debts pushed many to the brink of bankruptcy. With no means to pay, their lands were seized and families faced the loss of their livelihoods. The courts, seen as instruments of oppression, became symbols of their despair. In their eyes, the government they had fought to establish now stood as the greatest threat to their freedom. Among these desperate men was Daniel Shays, a former captain in the Continental Army. Like many of his fellow veterans, Shays had returned from the war only to find himself drowning in debt. With the government deaf to their pleas, Shays and his followers began to organize, determined to resist what they saw as an unjust system. What began as peaceful protests soon escalated into something far more dangerous. In the winter of 1786, Shays and his followers took up arms and marched on the courthouses of Massachusetts, determined to shut down the judicial system that was taking their land. The rebellion quickly spread, with thousands of farmers joining the cause. The state government, alarmed by the growing unrest, called upon the militia to restore order. What began as a protest had erupted into open rebellion. The climax of Shays Rebellion came at the Springfield Armory, where the rebels, hoping to seize weapons and munitions, faced off against a formidable state militia. The government forces, better equipped and organized, quickly repelled the attack, scattering the rebels and bringing the uprising to an end. But while the rebellion itself was crushed, the shock waves it sent through the nation were profound. Shays' Rebellion exposed the weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation, the young nation's first attempt at self-governance. The central government's inability to respond effectively to the crisis highlighted the need for a stronger federal authority. The rebellion became a catalyst for change, convincing many, including George Washington, that the Articles were insufficient to govern a nation as vast and diverse as the United States. The lessons of Shays' Rebellion echoed through the halls of the Constitutional Convention. The delegates, driven by the urgent need for a more effective government, crafted a new constitution that established a stronger central authority, capable of maintaining order and protecting the rights of its citizens. The rebellion, though a failure in its immediate goals, succeeded in shaping the course of American history, leading to the creation of the United States Constitution, the bedrock of the nation's democracy. We are fast verging to anarchy and confusion if a government stronger than the Articles of Confederation cannot be established. George Washington.